Yeah.
Rich people.
Nice. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is the High Octane Podcast. I'm your host, Bob, and we are back. I'm glad I didn't have to miss another week, but let's go. Well, I don't know why the music got messed up there, but it played a little fast. It kept skipping. I might have to re-download that or whatever. But like I said, welcome back, High Octane. New guest in the house.
Hi, people.
It's my it's my buddy Sergio. I've known this fool since you were what, 10?
No, 13. When
Okay,
we moved here
13.
in 97.
All right. Well, still.
Actually 94, 95, because we came and visited Danny and David.
Well,
while you
yeah,
guys
I met you
were
before
there.
you moved
Yeah,
here. Yeah,
yeah. So, yeah, I would say like 11.
yeah, long
Yeah.
time.
Long time.
So, all right,
Long time.
nobody. All right, so nobody has seen you yet. So let's get a quick little intro and a little bio on Sergio. Tell
There's
everybody.
Nothing exciting.
Tell everybody what you're comfortable with.
Well, I'm comfortable with a lot of things.
Well, what you're comfortable with them knowing.
No, like I said, I've known Bob for a long time. Own my own business here in Brentwood, just doing hardwood floors, and always been in the car scene. Big car guy. Been in the imports. Had a Supra, a couple Evos. I mean, we even went on our first car show together at Nopi.
Yep,
which
over
was
in Pigeon Forge.
I think it was like 14. I think that's what started it off for us. Like Fast and Furious that just came out.
Yeah, I think that's something like that. Because I think I was 19, 20.
Yeah, you had that Saturn. Bob, your brother had that Cavalier.
Mm-hmm.
What did Danny?
Danny had that Alero.
Yeah,
the black Alero.
Dude, I remember that.
They were all three of them were black, and we all had the crazy cannon exhausts and just obnoxious.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, we drove over there, and yeah, we
went to Bristol, went to Nopi, had a blast. David flooded the apartment with the jacuzzi.
That sounds like David. That definitely sounds like David.
We partied hard that week. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I've been into cars for a long time, and just happy to be on the show, man.
Well, I'm glad to have you finally after over a year.
I know I've been talking about it, and I'm finally here. Well, what we're about to talk about is what brought me here.
That's true.
And
that is
Gumball,
true.
Gumball 3000.
The subject of this episode is why he's here.
Yes, sir.
All right. So before we get into that, we're gonna do the drinking segment. So let's do that. What are we drinking? All right. So we are both drinking the same thing. Sergio has it there.
Chattanooga whiskey.
Chattanooga whiskey, coming straight from Chattanooga.
91 proof, straight bourbon whiskey.
Yep.
Handcrafted in small batches of our Tennessee high malt. Ooh. Golly, distilled in rich, complex character.
That's very descriptive. Thank you.
Hey, it's on the bottom.
Thank you, Chattanooga whiskey. It's actually pretty good. It was only $40. Not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It even tells you on the back what all mash bill,
all the
corn,
the mash bill,
rye.
yeah.
I mean, it's really good whiskey.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
For what, $40?
Yeah, it was 40 after tax.
Hey, $40. You want to get messed up for a little bit? Woo woo! There you go. Chattanooga whiskey.
Yeah,
you can't beat that.
Made in Chattanooga. Cheers, my friend.
Salute,
and
sir.
Don't drink and drive.
And if you do, call an Uber.
Well, if you need to leave, yeah, call an Uber. Don't drink and drive.
You'd be technically riding, but yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. If you need to go somewhere, call an Uber. Definitely. All right, so that's done. As Sergio said, we're going to talk about the Gumball Rally that just came through Nashville. What was it, 2 weeks ago?
No, it's been a week.
It was last weekend? Okay.
Yeah, it was Memorial Day.
Yeah, it was Memorial Day.
It was a Monday.
It was that day, yeah. I remember now.
Which was the greatest experience. If you're a true car guy and you love cars, it doesn't matter if you're into imports, exotics, muscle cars, dragsters, lowriders. Doesn't matter. Trucks, doesn't matter. If you're a car person,
it doesn't matter at all.
You got to go to Gumball.
Yeah, it was really cool. So, okay, quick quick overview of what the gumball is. It's not necessarily cross country, but it's an endurance drive. It's not a race. Uh, each leg is timed, but you're not racing anyone. You're kind of just trying to set your own time and whatever. But this gumball went from, was it Toronto to Miami?
It went from Toronto to Miami, and it had stops in Detroit, Indianapolis. It also stopped in Kentucky.
Was it Louisville?
No, it was a little town outside of Louisville in Kentucky, a very small town. I forgot what it was called.
Okay. I don't remember that one.
Nashville, Talladega, and then they stopped in Atlanta. They went from Atlanta to Miami, Miami to Key West, and then Key West back to Miami, where they finished the race in the Miami International Soccer Stadium. No, Nashville. You got to go Nashville. And
we're going next Sunday, so.
And yeah, they stopped there. They just partied, man.
Well, that's the destination, and it's Miami, so yeah, I imagine they partied it up pretty good.
Dude, I know they partied hard in Nashville.
Well, they freaking they promoted that bar where they were having the after party pretty heavily, so I imagine. But that's kind of the gist of the gumball. It's a very expensive thing to do. So it's not for just anyone to be able to do it. It costs $75,000 to enter.
Well, you got to apply first, fill out the paperwork, and if they pick you, then you got to pay the $75.
Okay,
$75,000. Excuse me, not $75.
So it's an exclusive club, and that not just anyone can do that. Just any Joe Schmo that has $75,000. So I guess you have to be accepted into the clan, if you will. I don't know. That's kind of weird, but
I mean, I think they try to do to keep. I mean, it was 150 cars. You really can't take everybody who wants to join.
I suppose that's true.
And you know, there was people who came from France, from England, all over, to do this. And then you have all the high celebrities who were doing it.
Yeah, CeeLo Green was there.
You had Bun B was there, CeeLo Green,
Shmee
150, JWW, Maximilian Cooper himself was there.
David Hasselhoff apparently was there. We didn't see him in Nashville.
He didn't show up till I think they said like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, well, there you go.
But
we did not stay that long.
No. we actually didn't get to see all the cars because there was 150 cars and we only got to see about 50 to 75 of the cars. And some of the cars that started the gumball in Toronto, which was a Bugatti Chiron, actually started the race, swapped into another car, a Ferrari, and then trailered that Bugatti all the way down to Miami to the finish line. He drove it at the finish line because he didn't want to put 3,000 miles.
I can't say that I blame him.
Which I don't blame him
that's
either.
A $2 million car.
So there was a green Ford F1, not Ford F-150, Ford GT, the new one. We never even got to saw. We never seen it.
Yeah, we didn't see that.
But he drove all the way down. There was a bunch of cars. You had DDE, who I went bananas over because I've been watching them since the very, very beginning.
We'll get into the DDE.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
We're gonna show you guys a bunch of stuff that we saw. I've got pictures pulled up that I'm gonna share the screen and show you guys everything. Sergio's got a video of the DDE Lamborghini SVJ. He's gonna show you guys that.
That was just,
you know, we're just gonna Serge. That's my bro. So we're gonna kind of talk about everything that we saw, and we're just gonna shoot the shit for a little while. So,
and if you guys want the best water out there, Voss right here. Let me see.
I bought that especially for him,
so I'll drink.
I like it too, but I don't typically buy snooty water.
It's not snooty; it's rich people's water.
It is snooty water.
Rich people enjoy rich water. With some good old Chattanooga whiskey.
Yep. Got some Viking water and Chattanooga redneck whiskey.
It's a good pair.
But that's okay.
All right, let's get into the first car.
What does that say? You speak Spanish? What does that say?
Dímelo, papa. Tell me. Tell me, Dad. Tell me, Daddy.
Who is this? Who's this Facebook user? You didn't accept or sign in or whatever.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. But I like to know who we're talking to, though.
It's car people. They're my people, man.
Well, that's true.
They're my people. Car people, my people.
We've had people comment from other countries, bro.
Well, that's good. I mean,
That's
it's
really
getting
cool,
out there.
actually.
So that's even better.
We were talking about don't tank him. He can't drink.
Yeah, talking about drinking. I had at least like how many beers?
I think we all had 6.
I think I had more because we ate at I am a light drinker. That's probably Danny.
I might be. I did tell him you were coming in, so that might be.
What was it? Kid Rock's bar. We ate on top of the roof for Kid Rock's. Took a bunch of pictures up there, which was amazing of the grid and
It
all
was
the cars.
Kid Rock's bar. That's right.
And they were drinking water. These lightweights over here.
No, I had a beer. I told Ponzo.
Our lady.
Ponzo.
Yeah.
That's either Danny or David.
Listen. I know I'm fat. Leave it alone. I'm about to tell you all a story about me getting stuffed in the back of this dude's car. They think it's funny. I won't let you know. But
it was an interesting sight.
You guys were drinking water, and I told the lady, I said, just put the water inside the beer. I'll drink it like that.
Is that what you told her? Bocho's mofo.
Oh, my gosh.
Docto Dome. That sounds Japanese.
I don't even know what that is. Anyways, so you want to get into the first car? You want me to tell them how we got up there?
How we got up where?
We rode in your Camaro.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you guys know Bob. 6'4".
I'm 6'6", fool.
Oh,
don't discount
my
it.
bad. I took 2 inches
don't
off
discount
like
it.
It matters. Just real estate at this point, right? So he's 6'6". How much you weigh? 160?
No, I weigh 200 pounds.
200 my ass is solid muscle.
It's David clowns. It is David.
Okay. Anyways.
Welcome, David.
6'6", 200. This guy's ripped, right? In the Camaro, driving.
Yeah.
Then you got Danny, my cousin, his best friend. Danny's what? He's 6 foot. I'm 6 foot.
He's
you're
both close.
We're gonna call it 6 foot.
You're both close.
He's about like what, 190?
Roughly
190. Just regular body, regular dad bod. I mean, he's not fat. He's not skinny.
I wasn't gonna say
he's not fat. He's not skinny. He's boom. He's working on the 6-pack. He's probably got 4 packs instead of 6. And then here's my fat ass.
Sergio, you're what? 6 foot? How much?
6 foot, 235. I got 1 pack called a belly.
Okay.
And they stuffed me in the back of this dude's Camaro.
Yeah, I got a very small small back-seated
The
Camaro.
best thing about it is we parked in a parking garage, so nobody could see my fat ass rolling out the back.
That's true. That's true. We parked underneath the Nashville Convention Center, and
we walked. Which
Music City Center, I think that's actually called. Yeah, and then we just kind of walked, but yeah, nobody saw him rolling out.
Oh, so. Dude, it was bad. I had to roll out that shit. It was really.
You actually fit in the back of it pretty well, though. When Danny pulled the seat up.
Yeah, it wasn't
like you weren't like when we first left here, you were sitting sideways, like legs across the seat.
Which was horrible.
It was very uncomfortable. And then when we stopped at the gas station, because I needed gas.
That gas station sucks.
It
Look,
does.
If a gas station doesn't have Celsius or Voss water, don't go to that shit.
Yeah,
it's a waste of time.
That store does suck. They don't sell the C4 energy drinks either.
I've never had a C4.
They're actually not too bad. But after we left there, Danny pulled the seat forward a little bit, and you actually fit back there pretty well.
No, yeah, I fit perfectly. The problem is it's just rolling out.
Right. Well, those seats don't move very far. So
dude,
that didn't help.
That was so bad, just rolling.
But
that shit.
That's how we got up there. Sergio very uncomfortable in the back seat.
But we made it. It was all about Gumball. I would have rode in the trunk just to go up there.
We absolutely.
And my thing was the last minute because I wasn't going to go.
Speaking of you riding in the trunk, so quick sidebar. You remember when we put you in the trunk of my car one time?
18th birthday. Y'all rode around town doing 50, 60, roll me in the trunk, going over railroad tracks. I mean, I think I still got the concussion.
We didn't roll. We didn't roll through town. We took the loop.
It felt like town, man.
Yeah. We put him in the trunk of my car. I don't even remember what the hell car it was. What the hell car was it?
Didn't you have a Camaro, the old one, the gray one?
No, that was the Cavalier.
No, we took Danny's green Beretta.
No, it wasn't. It was my car because I was driving. Wasn't it?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I was in the trunk.
We put him in the trunk. We put him in the trunk because it was his birthday, and we took this big loop around the neighborhood, and we were accelerating really quickly.
Monte Carlo. That's exactly right, Chris.
Was
Monte
it
Carlo.
my Monte Carlo? Oh,
it was the Monte Carlo.
It was my Monte Carlo. Okay.
Yeah.
So we put
Golly.
him in the trunk. We're accelerating really fast. We're braking really fast. We go over freaking railroad tracks that are really bouncy at like 70 miles an hour. And he's in the trunk this whole time.
Oh, and you guys had hog tied me too.
Oh, yeah.
You guys had hog tied me, so I couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Fun times, man. We've done some crazy.
Because
stuff.
you kept looking for the thing to pop the
I
trunk.
couldn't pop it because I was hog tied. I couldn't do nothing.
Oh, good times.
Oh man, it was funny.
Harmless play.
It's
We
all
do it
good.
because we love you.
I know. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, it is what it is.
Okay,
I'll
quick.
get you back one day.
That's a sidebar. All right, so we get downtown. We walk, and we go to Rippy's on 5th and Broad. We get a beer.
Is that where we were at?
Yeah, it was Rippy's. Yeah,
I had no
I
idea.
think it was Rippy's.
It was a bar.
Pretty
that
sure
served
it was
beer,
Rippy's.
so I was down.
Pretty sure it was Rippy's. It's right on 5th and Broad.
It's right on the corner.
Right
You
across
can't
from
miss it.
Bridgestone. So we get over there. Shout out to them. We get over there. We order beers, and the DJ people or whatever, they're talking all their bullshit, playing music, and it takes, I don't know how long did it take for the first car to show.
They showed it like almost 2:00 because we got there like 1:30. We started drinking. First, we found our spot, and we found it right in the beginning. As soon as the cars pull in, they're right there.
Yep.
And
We're
then,
right on the fence.
And then we're like, either we sit here and wait for 30 minutes, or we go drink. And we went and drank.
Well, we did both actually. We waited and drank.
Drink a beer, go out, see your car. Drink a beer, go out, see your car.
That's pretty much how it happened for the first hour or so.
Yeah, until all the cars
'Cause
started showing up around 3.
staggered. They were staggered so far apart.
And then after that, dude, it was mayhem.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
yeah. They
pure-
came in droves. Like,
It was
there were
beautiful.
just groups of cars showing up, and it was really, really cool. And like Sergio said, there was just a very diverse crowd out there. There were certain people waiting for certain vehicles that they heard they were going to be in the Gumball. There was this guy next to us, and he was like all about the Aston Martin 177.
Oh, that was his dream car. That's all he talked about.
Absolute dream car, and it ended up showing up like in a group of cars, and it was like third in line, and I was looking down the line of cars, and I saw it. I only had to see like the corner of the car, and I was like 177 right there, and he started losing his shit.
It doesn't also count that he's 6'6" and he's higher than everybody else. He's like the Statue of Liberty hanging out. It's not fair.
I do have a slight advantage, and you'll see from the pictures that we're about to show you. But
wasn't it in the group with the P1 in the Senna, the full carbon fiber Senna?
I don't remember what group it was in, but yeah, there is a carbon fiber Senna that you guys are gonna see.
I think it was.
It might have been, but
oh my god, it was.
as soon as I pointed it out, dude was losing his shit, like absolutely losing his shit.
He's like, "That's my dream car. That's my
Like,
dream car." I'm like,
I don't
"Good,
blame you.
'cause
I don't
ain't
blame you,
nobody
sir.
ever gonna sell you one.
I don't blame you. It's one of the best vehicles they've ever made.
They've only made what? How many have they made? 77 of them, or 177 of them?
Of the 177,
Yeah,
I
the
want to
177.
say
Not much, because I've never
well, it was
seen one
it
up
was,
close.
It was an extremely limited run. I'm not 100% sure actually. I would have to look that up, but it's a very small number, and that's the first time any of us had seen one in person. So
that
all
was
right.
the first time.
So let's
talk about the first car that popped up.
Yeah, we're gonna show you guys some pictures here now. I'm gonna share the screen.
His pictures are better than mine because he had a bigger reach. But yeah, we
Yeah,
pretty much all got the same pictures,
I have
but his pictures came out a lot better.
I have very long arms, so
Yeah.
oh, Sergio, you're gonna have to like kind of scoot over here so you're not cut off.
I don't want to get too close to you.
Well, I don't want you too close to me either, but if we're sharing the screen, so we got to be on.
All right. Show him the first car.
All right, so this is the first car that showed up. It's
It's a Camaro.
It's a 14 or a 15 Camaro. I don't know. It's the body style previous to mine. Definitely not my favorite.
It had World War II bomber livery on it.
Something like that. The Thunderbird, Thunder something or other bomber aircraft.
It was dope.
It's a pretty cool livery.
It was cool.
This was the first car to show, though. Let me enlarge that for you guys. First car to show. He did a pretty wicked burnout after he checked in and did all that bullshit. But
he was the first one to show. He showed up right around almost 2:00.
Yeah, I think so.
Wasn't too bad. And then right after that was the Porsche GT2. The silver
I
one.
don't remember the entire order. I don't have every picture of every car that showed up. I tried to, kind of pull out the best pictures of what I had on my phone. Not all the pictures I had were great, so I didn't include everything. But yeah, this is the first one to show. I think it's just an SS. It might be a 1LE. I can't remember.
Did you get a picture of the Hennessy Camaro? The 1,000 horsepower Hennessy Camaro that pulled up.
The
in
Exorcist, I did,
Yeah.
but I don't remember. I don't remember if I have it in this album.
That thing was nasty.
I hope I do because it was disgusting how
It
badass it was.
ridiculous.
All right, so the next,
Yeah.
okay.
GT2.
The Porsche GT2 showed up next about, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes later.
Looks all stock silver. I mean, still that package of the car is what? It's $400,000, $600,000 car.
No, I don't think so. The GT2 is probably a couple $100,000. It's not crazy expensive.
Due to inflation, it's probably more than that now.
Well, dealer markups, maybe market adjustments, whatever. I don't know. But
I mean, hell, look at what they did with the Corvette.
Oh, the Corvette retailed.
There's like 120.
The Corvette retailed for 55, and then after the initial delivery to the dealers, the second delivery, they marked them up to $100,000.
Yeah, it was
and these
ridiculous.
idiots are paying it. So I don't feel bad for them.
No, I mean, I did like one day.
Well, I wouldn't mind.
I don't want to spend 120. I mean, look, if you're gonna spend 100,000 on a car and you want it to look exotic, the best interior I've ever seen.
That's one of them for sure.
It's better than a Porsche. It's better. I think it's better than most supercars.
It's on par, if not.
It is. Only thing I think is lacking in the Chevy Corvette, the new one, is the exhaust sound and the power. I think the power can be more. I think they need to be up to the 700-800 horsepower, like a Lamborghini SVJ or a Huracan. It's almost 600.
All right, we're talking about base model Corvettes here. The base model comes in at 495 horse, which I don't think is that bad for the money. I agree with you on the exhaust. It's a little quiet.
Yeah, it's tamed.
The only thing I think that they screwed up on with the Corvette is they only offer the dual clutch automatic. There's no manual.
Well, all the cars are pulling out the manual.
I don't care. There's no manual. You need cars like that. The people that buy those cars want manuals.
Save the manuals, people.
Yes.
If you can buy them,
bring them back. Bring them back.
Save the manuals because they ain't making no more.
But
it's all going electric.
But to your point, the base model Corvette was never designed to be able to compete with SVJ, the SF90 fucking Ferrari, the McLaren 720. That's not that type of car until the Z06 comes out.
I've seen pictures of Z06, and that is a beautiful, beautiful car.
They did a fantastic job with the look, but what's more important is the naturally aspirated 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8 that makes 670 horsepower.
Now that's worth it. But
now you're getting into the horsepower you need to be. But even more future models. My mother keeps messaging me on Facebook. I apologize. She doesn't know we're doing this, I guess.
She just texted. She goes, I see what you're doing now.
Okay. Thank you, Mother.
Hello.
But they're going to do a ZR1.
Well, if they do the ZR1 better have north of 800.
Okay, so that has obviously not been announced, but they're doing a ZR1, which might be a hybrid.
See, they're going to the hybrids,
and they're going to do a fully electric all-wheel drive version.
They can keep that.
I'm with you on that, but that's what they're doing. So that's already in the works.
Okay, even with the Z06, and you get the Z06 with the 3LT package, and you get it fully loaded, still less than 200. You can't find any other car like that.
It's going to retail for 80.
You can see that's the thing. You can't find. You're going to get a GT3 or a GT2.
Couple $100,000
more than you get a GT2 Porsche that you're going to spend 400, or you can get a Z06 Corvette fully loaded with everything you want on it.
Well,
for
at that point, you're
180
with markups. You're probably at 150.
Okay, inflation 100. Let's call it 180. You still can't beat that.
Nope.
And the car, if anybody has seen one of these Corvettes driving down the road, You think it's a Ferrari pulling up down the road from a distance. You don't think
at a
it's
glance.
you don't think it's a Corvette.
If you're not a legit car person, yeah, you're gonna think that's something from Italy. Or
I'd mess with everybody. Be like, that's my Honda. That's my Honda Civic.
But yeah, I mean, he's right. The look of that at a glance doesn't look like a Corvette anymore. It just
even with all these YouTubers, they're buying them their wide body, putting wide bodies on them. They don't look like Corvettes. They look like Lambos. They look like Ferraris.
Yeah, they look ridiculous.
They don't look like American muscle.
No, they don't. But I still think they did a really good job with it.
Best interior I've ever seen.
I agree. I sat in one at what the hell's the name of that dealership? It doesn't matter. Dealership a couple weeks ago, and I surprisingly, well, the roof was off, but I surprisingly was comfortable in it, and I love the layout of the interior. Period. I can't knock it at all, minus the manual thing.
Yeah, but they're never going to make another manual.
Unfortunately, I think you're right. So,
I mean,
all right. So the next car that showed up was an SLR McLaren.
Sorry for the big guys in the front.
Yeah, it was early on. It was very
your pictures are so better than mine.
It was kind of chaotic. This was the best picture that I had of it. I took like 3, but this was the best picture I had of it.
Another rare car to see.
Extremely rare car. This was like $700,000 brand new.
They're selling for north of $1 million, I think.
Oh, now, yeah. This car's pretty ridiculous. It's technically considered a mid-engine car, but the engine's still forward of the driver. But the front end's so long, it's still considered a mid-engine car, which I think is really weird.
Just for that year car and that technology, and it's a McLaren SLS Mercedes, you can't beat that.
No, this is the SLR, not the SLS.
Whatever.
The SLS is a completely different thing. It's way cheaper.
Bro, look, they got like the C, the B, the E.
No,
the G,
I get
the
that,
A.
and I've talked about that in past episodes. I hate the alphanumeric names.
They got the 350, the 600, the 450, the 300, 600.
That's what I'm talking about. All this alphanumeric bullshit. People can't come up with names anymore, so they just slap a number on it.
They're like, hey, yeah, let's just call it, the
That's the SLR McLaren. It's so stupid, but
it is what it is.
This was a collaboration between Mercedes and McLaren. It's an absolute beast of a car. It's insane.
I would buy one if I had the money.
I wouldn't, even if I had just crazy money. I was never a huge fan of the look of it.
I'd have it just for art.
I don't know. I don't really care for it. There are certain things about it I do like. I like the wheels. I like the doors. The exhaust is pretty cool. The exhaust actually comes out right behind the front wheels. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
it.
But
yeah, we saw one of those. That's the first time I'd ever seen one in motion. I've seen them at dealers, but that doesn't count.
I've seen them in people's houses, so it's nothing before.
Well, I haven't. This is the first time I've seen one actually moving.
Dude, the coolest car I've ever seen in somebody's house was a Ferrari F40.
Oh, that's sick.
I actually went and touched it.
That's sick as fuck. I would love to see that.
And this guy actually races his cars because his laundry room was all full of racing tires. He raced all his cars. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's cool. So,
it was cool.
I take that back. I have seen an F40 in person. Me, Danny, and the guy we work with, we went down to Chattanooga last year for I can't remember what it was called. It was a car show, but they had a Mecum auction going on and some other things. But there was a Ferrari display there, and they had an F40 there. So I have seen one in person, but I've never heard one. I've never seen one driving. Nothing like that.
Nope. I touched it. I touched the wing. I went up and I went, poop. I said, I touched it. I'm good.
That counts.
Now I'm walking away because if something happens to it,
yeah,
my insurance is going to have to cover that one.
You can't afford to replace Ferrari carbon fiber. No. Because that's pretty much what that car was made of.
I got good work insurance. Golly.
All right, so this was a McLaren 720.
720, yes.
The next car I photographed, I don't know if it was the next car that showed up.
That wasn't the next car. After that, we had a couple Mercedes. We had a Mercedes Cabriolet, a Maybach. Mercedes pull up. This one was part of a team that came. It was a 720, a Dodge Viper ACR.
I have that one.
Porsche GT2. I
believe you're right.
And then I think it was a Porsche 911 Turbo S which a woman was driving, and then
That could be.
I think if my memory recalls.
Well, like I said, I didn't include everything in the album. Some pictures weren't great. So I just picked the coolest ones that I could find and the best pictures
Is that
that I
Danny
could
taking
find.
a picture right there?
It's one of you.
Oh, I think that's me.
I don't know who it is. It could be you.
That
I think that is you.
That is
I
me
think
because I
Danny
just
was
bought a
to-
new phone. So I was like,
I
yeah,
think
that's
Danny
me.
was to the right of me. So yeah. Like I say, McLaren
Hey.
720.
You see those hands right there? Those are model hands.
Oh, are they?
Those are model hands
Are
right
they?
there. I should get paid. I should
Oh.
get paid for that one.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You're not getting royalties, fool.
I should.
720S, like he said, it's a pretty sick car. 700-ish horsepower. I think it's pretty crazy. They're expensive as hell. Same kind of style doors as that McLaren SLR you guys just saw. But yeah, the livery, like the paint schemes, if you will, they're called liveries. They're probably wrapped.
Yeah, they're all wrapped.
But
That's
this-
a wrap. That's not a.
It's pretty crazy, yeah.
The most likely is probably black underneath there.
Oh, the roof, and like the top of the doors look black, so that's probably what it is. Okay, so this was the next car I got a photo of, the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. It's a sick car. Everybody knows in this podcast that I love Aston Martin. There's not a whole lot that they can do wrong. But this car is especially insane. I think it has over 700 horsepower, giant V12.
That is a beautiful car.
It is. It's insane.
It's just it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Obviously, I've never had
satin
any.
black.
Huh?
It's satin black.
Yeah. And then it's got all these stupid stickers all over it. But I get it. They're all the sponsors of the race.
You gotta have them.
Gotta have them.
But yeah, no, I would definitely buy one of those.
If I had the money, I would definitely buy one of those.
That'd be the daily driver.
It wouldn't be my daily. I would buy an Aston Martin Rapide for my daily. That's their
No.
4-door.
Hell no.
I would.
Hell no.
Absolutely, I would.
No.
Just a little practicality, but still have a V12 under the hood. I'm good.
I go grocery shopping in that car. Right there.
In
what
that.
Yeah. I go to Big Lots. I'd go to Big Lots grocery shopping with that car.
I bet you that's something that's never been done.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to do
A
it now.
$300,000 car at Big Lots? Probably not.
Hey, you're gonna save money.
Although I did see an SVJ at a Waffle House.
Waffle House is good, especially when you're drunk at 3:00 in the morning.
It was noon.
Well, that's weird. That one's a weird one.
Yep, we went to Waffle House in Franklin, and it was pretty busy. And I saw the car. I parked right behind the car, and then when we walked in, we sat down in a booth, and I was eagle eyeing everybody. I was like, "Who the hell in here drives that car?" And by process of elimination,
It was the guy wearing the Gucci shoes.
absolutely not. It was the most unassuming couple you would ever know. They were not dressed fancy. They did not act fancy. This dude was rugged as shit. I would guess construction, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
But we were seeing people getting up and leaving and not going anywhere near that car. And then these people got up, and I had like sniper vision on this guy. And
Did you run out there and talk to him?
Sure as shit.
Ah, I knew that was gonna happen.
They walked out to that fucking car, and I did. I told Jess, I was like, I'm going out there. I'm gonna talk to this fucking guy, and I did. I got behind the car. I took a video of him starting it, and he revved it, and then he was going to pull out, and he rolled his window down. So I was like, all right, this dude wants to talk. So I go up to the window, and he's like, sounds good, doesn't it? It was country as shit. Country as shit. And I was like, hell yeah, it sounds good.
Dude, he's probably like a country singer or something.
No. I guarantee this dude was
You'd
like
be
a
surprised.
construction guy. No, dude, if you saw him, you would know. If you saw him.
Dang.
Because, like I said, he was very unassuming. And country people can be unassuming too. If you don't know them, I get that. I'm stereotyping, I know. But this dude, he just looked rugged, like sun-weathered. And he was older. probably
Yeah.
in his 60s. But this car was insane.
Dude.
It's in the group.
I know a guy who looks like the Beverly Hillbillies. Real country guy.
Old
Big
Jed.
guy. Big guy. He was making $10 million a year picking up trash. That was his job, picking up garbage.
I mean, I get it.
It was ridiculous.
No, I get it. like I said, I'm stereotyping. But
and he had no teeth.
This guy,
Great guy though.
This guy was just.
He
This
had
guy
no
was.
teeth though.
This dude was just rugged and weathered and like a working guy. He was blue collar as shit.
Well, good for him. Good for you, sir.
Awesome.
Good
dude.
for you.
Cool dude though.
We're
And a kick-ass car.
We're still working our asses off to achieve that one.
And we're gonna get there. Damn it.
What was the next one?
Starting in what 3 weeks. Hopefully, we got a thing going on.
Yeah. I'm
So,
hoping the market crashes.
beware.
That's all I'm saying.
That
Ooh,
is the turbo.
911.
That's the turbo. Not the same livery, so it's a different team, if you will. But this car is pretty sick.
I don't like the color.
I'm not typically a fan of Porsche. Everybody knows that. That
Stock
blue
wheels.
is a little weird.
I think it's just a wrap because of the way the fenders are on it, the black.
Yeah.
But
And the
stock
roof.
wheels. I mean, it's just pretty much stock. I mean, but
Yeah.
I think it was a lady driving that car.
Could have been. I don't remember.
Who knows? Anyways,
But yeah, I'm not typically a huge fan of Porsche.
they all look the same to me,
They do. They all look the exact same.
unless it's a GT3.
All it is a friggin' you get trim levels. That's all it is.
Yeah. So next,
Yeah,
that was just like
Not gonna dwell on this shit. It's a shit picture, but it's the best one I had. This is
I didn't even take a picture of that. It's a Shelby GT.
It's a Shelby F-150.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly the whole name of it.
It's one of them long Ford names.
Yeah, it's got 17 different names.
Isn't that one pushing like 800 horsepower?
I'm sure that they have
Supercharged
different
though.
levels.
I think that one only came in one level, and it was
I don't know.
expensive as shit.
I don't know. They take a stock F-150 and they just do stupid shit to it, and it's crazy on steroids. And
I mean, it's got a Shelby motor in it. It's ridiculous. That truck. That truck is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'd buy one.
I wouldn't.
I would drive it around.
I'd rather have a TRX.
There was one in the show.
There was, and I have a picture of it. This is a Phantom
No, it's not.
Dawn, whatever
it
the hell it
Dawn?
is. It's a Rolls Royce.
It's a Rolls Royce,
and it's
Dawn
insane.
with the
wood back here.
the wood backing from a boat.
Well, I know the drop head.
forgot what it was
I know
called.
the drop head coupe had that. That wood.
Well, the
shit.
Phantom had it too. The Phantom is just you could tell the difference between the grills. The Phantom had the big grill. I think it had like 24, 26 spindles in it. The Dawn only has 22,
Okay. Well,
and it's smaller.
I'm not gonna be able to look at that or tell it apart at a glance.
I like luxury. I'm sorry.
I know the
like
Dawn.
those.
I know the Dawn is smaller.
The Dawn is
also.
smaller.
And the
Two-door.
Phantom. I think there was a Phantom later on.
The Phantom. No, there was no Phantoms in
No.
it. I believe they were all Dawns, and there was a Wraith. There was a two-door Wraith.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was thinking of. And I think there was a Bentley too, wasn't there?
There was a Bentley.
A Continental GT.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to say I
Look
put
at that
in there.
interior, dude.
I don't know. The interior is insane. I
That
mean, the
thing is
Rolls
just
interiors have
beautiful.
always been insane. The color's kind of weird.
That is just beautiful.
The gold and the red don't go together at all.
I think
I'm hoping this is a wrap.
I think it's a wrap
I'm hoping it's a full wrap and it's like black, like the hood shows.
because it's like a satin gold. I don't think they would.
And
I
the
don't-
hood
don't
is
think-
black, like glossy black.
I think the car was like originally black.
Good. I hope so, because that gold is terrible.
It is pretty bad, but it still rolls though.
Well, it's an insane car.
I'd rock it.
I'm not saying that, but all right. So this is a newer.
That's the Hennessy Camaro.
This is the Exorcist. You're right. It says it's right there on the back fender. This is the Exorcist, 1,000 horsepower Camaro. I believe this
one
is
of the best sounding cars.
Oh, it's insane.
It was
It's
ridiculous.
incredible. This is probably a 20 or a 21 Camaro, but Exorcist from Hennessy. Hennessy is an aftermarket company that that takes a lot of, well, not a lot, but certain vehicles from the factory and just modifies the shit out of them.
They even got their own car now.
They've had two of their
Yeah.
own. Well, no. They have. Okay, so Hennessy's kind of weird.
They made two production. They made one production. One was like a
They took an Exorcist, they took a
A
Lotus
play car.
Exige,
yeah.
and they cut it in half, and they stretched it, and they put a twin turbo, I want to say V8, right behind the driver's stupid face, and it made like 1,200 horsepower. And it actually did set the world record in speed for a very, very short time. I think it hit like what did it hit? I think at the time like 260 or some shit.
Yeah, I think it was 260,
I think it was 260. But it didn't hold the record for long. But that wasn't an original car. Hennessy now is coming out with the Venom F5.
Yeah, that's the original car.
That's their original hand-built from the ground up car. And I've looked extensively into this thing. I've watched videos. I've even watched a physicist break it down. It's gonna make, I want to say, 1,800 horsepower.
Golly.
They're shooting for the record of over 300 miles an hour. They don't know exactly what they're shooting for, but they want to hit 300.
They want to be the best. Hennessy's his mindset's always been, I want to be the best. I want to be better than everybody else, and I want to be American made, because none of those. America technically doesn't have a supercar or a Bugatti or nothing. So Hennessy came around and said, "Guess what? We can do it better than you guys," and that was it.
He's wrong.
No,
you are wrong.
Which one? Which car? Which car?
Have you heard of SSC?
No, I've never heard of a SSC.
It's Shelby Supercars in California. It's a California-based company.
No shit.
Yes.
I'm going to Google this later.
They have made 2 vehicles. One was the Ultimate Aero. It had a twin-turbo V8 out of a Corvette.
Okay.
It made, I want to say, 1,200-ish horsepower, and it hit 267 miles an hour.
Get the hell out of here.
It broke the record. It had the record.
Oh, dude, I'm going to have to look it up.
Look it up.
Because I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Now, they are now just releasing their second model. It's called the Tuatera. It's a weird name for a weird fucking car, but it's cool as shit. This thing makes like 1,900 horsepower on E85.
I like E85.
It now owns the record.
Damn.
I think the average 2-run average is like 287. Or it could be a little bit higher, because I want to say Koenigsegg had the record at like, it was in the 280s, but SSC owns it now.
Well, Hennessy, get your shit together.
Now, all of you people out there that are listening and watching, I know that Bugatti hit 303 with that slightly modified Chiron. I know that, but they didn't do it twice, so they didn't average it. That's not a world record.
Doesn't matter. It's still the best looking car.
Nope. That's not a world record. You have to do it twice, and then you average it.
No shit.
Yes, that's how you set the world record.
I'm learning stuff here, too.
That's how you set a world record. You have to do it once going that way, and then once coming back, and then you average those top speeds. That's how you break the world record.
Damn.
SSC did it. Bugatti did not. They only did it one way. Yes, they hit 303. I concede that fact. That's not a world record because you didn't do it twice. That's Guinness Book. That's not me. That's Guinness Book of World Records. That's how you set a world record. You have to. Well,
I'm calling it bullshit. Hennessy, get your shit together. Let's go.
Hennessy,
let's go.
All right. So I told you I watched a physicist break the shit down. He broke down, I think, 3 different models, like scientifically, and the Venom F5 was one of them. It has the potential to go over 300 miles an hour. The only hitch is the tires. The tire technology isn't there yet because of G-force, friction, heat, inertia.
At that speed, the tires can only last 5 minutes at max. It's probably why Bugatti didn't do it twice, because they couldn't the tires.
It's not very long, that's for sure.
But, I think it's less than 5 minutes.
The tire degradation is very fast at that speed. But I mean, the Veyron at top speed would run out of gas in 12 minutes.
So there's no point in doing it twice. You're not going to have gas.
You have to do it twice.
You're not going to have any gas. You ain't going to have no tires. What are you going to be?
Fill the damn tank back up and switch the tires. Do it twice if you want the world record. They don't have the world record.
No,
it's not official.
They should do it with full tank, one tank, same tires. Let's be fair for everybody else.
Well,
call it a day.
I know Koenigsegg and SSC did that.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Now,
and
okay,
and the story. There you go. You
so
got it.
interesting.
Fact day.
about SSC's initial run. When they first went for the world record, they claimed a top speed of 330. 330 miles an hour. And then they did it the opposite direction and hit like, I don't remember what it was, like 303. I guess they were going against the wind or some shit. And then they averaged it at 317. I was like, holy shit balls. Well, come to find out, their method of measuring their speed was not accurate by a lot. So they did another run. They did another attempt, and that's when they hit like the average was like 287 or 289 or some shit like that. But it was still good enough for the record. But they didn't break 300, which sucks because they are an American company, and I want us to own that record. But if Hennessy's able to do it, kudos to him. He's still an American company, so we still own the record.
Well, there you go.
But Koenigsegg's coming on fucking strong. Watch out for Christian over there in Sweden. He's got his shit together.
The Swede's got all their shit together.
He knows what the fuck he is doing. And excuse my language. I know I don't say that word very often, but he knows what he's doing.
All right, what do you got next?
All right, so that's the Exorcist. This is a Huracan or an Aventador?
That is an Aventador.
Okay.
I believe that is the Aventador S.
That could be. The liveries kind of throw me off a little bit.
It's usually all they did was change the front bumper. They added different slits to it in the front bumper to make it an S. It's pretty much, and then the clutch. They added a dual clutch instead of the single clutch that the regular Aventador had. But other than that, they're all the same engine.
Yeah, they haven't changed.
Same interior, same.
They haven't changed them in a long time.
Sounds amazing.
Oh, of course.
Just
that giant V12 is it's insane.
That was just.
But yeah, they just, I don't know, Lamborghinis. I think they let the models run a little too long. And I understand that it takes a lot of money to develop a brand new vehicle, but
well, I think now they're going hybrid. The next model is going to be a hybrid. They're getting away with the naturally aspirated. It's going to be a hybrid.
Cyan, SIAN. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, you got it. I believe.
Want to say it is a hybrid.
That one is a hybrid, but I think they're going to do V10 hybrids from now on.
V10 hybrids? Even in the big cars?
I have to look again, but I think the V12, the last one, I think this is the last of it.
I think that's kind of a mistake. I think you should stick with the V12 in the big car until you go fully electric. And the smaller car, yeah, the V10 works fine.
Well, the Huracan, yeah, do the V10 or do a V8 hybrid if you want to do that, or a twin turbo.
Yeah, either way.
Like the McLaren did. McLaren went V8 twin turbo.
But losing your V12, that's your bread and butter. I mean,
it's the best sounding car in the world.
It is. It's one of. That's
especially with an F1 Gintani exhaust system.
And we'll get to that. We are going to get to that shortly.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the Huracan.
That is a Huracan.
Yeah, that's a Huracan that showed up a little while after that.
Which I love the car. Okay. I remember I did experience it for an entire weekend.
Yes, you did.
I'm very disappointed in the interior. For a $250,000, $300,000 car, it was plastic in the interior.
It
horse shit.
It wasn't great. Yeah,
I mean, junk.
It was an Audi interior.
Dude, there's Chevy Cavaliers with better interiors than the shit that had.
He's exaggerating.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
He is.
The interior was, all the buttons were plastic. The doors were plastic. I know there's different trim levels, but listen, I'm spending $250 on a car. Don't give me plastic. I'm sorry. I don't want plastic. Make them carbon fiber, steel,
or
something.
At least pad it.
Something.
At least pad that shit. No plastic should exist on a Lamborghini.
Zero.
Period.
Zero.
No plastic.
Zero.
Unless it's the headlight lenses. That could be plastic.
But it is
it shouldn't be.
Amazing car to drive. It is. It's an experience. It really is. You buy that car for the experience. You really.
I rode in it.
It was cool.
I didn't drive it, but I rode in it.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was. It was cool. All right, so this one is the 458. Pretty crazy. Like the wrap was pretty crazy.
Flip flop.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What was it? Green, red, orange, purple.
It looked like it went like green to gold. I got a video of it, and it looked like it turned gold.
Every stupid color under the freaking sun. If you really
amazing car though.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sounds good for a V8.
Well, the 458. is probably one of the best sounding Ferraris out there. Stock.
Yeah, I would venture it.
It's-
Modern Ferraris.
Yeah, modern Ferraris.
Modern Ferraris. Yeah.
Definitely one of the best.
I mean, some of those old Ferraris back in the 50s and 60s sounded stupid in a good way.
Well, yeah.
Different times, though. Man. Different times. These new V12s, you can tune the exhaust to sound just retarded. But all right, next one. C8 Corvette.
Doesn't it look like a Lambo in the front? Look at the headlights. A quick glance. You look at the headlights, you look at the bumper, and somebody who doesn't know that much about cars is going to say, dude, that's a Lamborghini.
Yeah, there's a lot of Italian styling cues that you can pick out of this thing.
It is one of the most beautiful cars for under $100,000 that you can buy. You can't beat that.
Under $100,000, I'd say it's the best car, best looking car ever. Under $100,000.
You can't beat that.
No.
Now, granted, you got the Challenger and Charger, the SRTs, you got the Hellcats, what are less than 100 that have more power than that, but aesthetically pleasing. You can't beat that.
And it's mid-engine, so it's going to put the power down better. The initial acceleration of this car is going to beat that initial acceleration of those Scat Packs, the Hellcat. Well, maybe not the Hellcat, but more horsepower cars. This thing's going to out-accelerate it because it's mid-engine.
Oh God, so there was like 6. I believe there was 6 or 7 of them in the rally total.
There were quite a few of them. I've got a few more pictures of those too, but this one's nice. All right, this is a Demon, Dodge Demon. If you don't know, it's just a crazy, overly supercharged version of the Challenger. 808 horsepower, I think.
The Demon?
I think I know it's over 800.
I think the Demon's 1,000. The Hellcat's 800.
No, that's the Helephant.
Is it the Helephant?
That's got 1,000.
Or is it the Red Eye? The Red Eye's 800.
The Red Eye is wide body of the Demon.
Doesn't matter. It's got a lot. It
doesn't matter. It's got like over 800 horsepower. It's incredibly insane. I love the way the supercharger sounds when you're really, really getting on it. It just whines like crazy.
Matter of fact, they were smoking the tires, and you can hear the whine of the supercharger over the exhaust of the car. That's how loud that thing was.
All right, I'll give you perspective on how big this supercharger is. The supercharger on this car is bigger than most 4-cylinder engines. Some 6-cylinder engines back in the day. That's how big that supercharger is. I think it's like 2.7 liters or some shit. It's a giant supercharger. Chattanooga whiskey. They didn't ask. They're not paying me, but we're gonna plug them.
Look, I'm more of a cognac guy, and this stuff is really good. So,
well, why didn't you tell me? I'd have bought cognac. I love cognac.
I just bring the bottle next time. Don't worry about it.
All right, cognac next time. Love cognac.
We gotta drink it slow though, because I think
fucking incredible. Love cognac. But yeah, this is. I want to say 100%. This is a Demon. It sounded incredible. Like he said, he was doing crazy burnouts and shit.
Matter of fact, the TRX was part of that team right behind it, I believe.
That's right here.
There it is.
Yep, Ram TRX. This is Dodge's. Well, it's not a Dodge anymore. Ram is their own sub brand now. This is their answer to the Raptor from Ford. TRX, T-Rex, clever. But it's an insane truck. I think it actually might outperform the Raptor. Still uses a V8. I want to say, could be wrong.
No, I think it is still the V8 in it.
Good,
and
because that stupid ass Raptor is using that dumbass twin turbo V6.
And for all you diesel guys out there, it's a gas guzzler.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm a diesel man, so.
But I think the new Raptor's using that Ford GT twin turbo V6, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think it is because it's got over 600 horsepower in that Raptor.
That's bananas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
That's
different.
Bananas.
Obviously, a different layout, just front engine, rear drive, all-wheel drive actually. But I'm pretty sure it's the same V6. But this thing is pretty incredible, and don't sleep on the Dodge interior. It's pretty fucking insane.
No, I think out of all the trucks, Dodge has the best interior. It has the biggest screen, has the best interior. And even if you get into diesels and you want to get the Laramie edition and you go higher package, real leather, like real high leather in seats.
Now,
It's the best one.
before GM redesigned the Silverado and Sierra interior, I would have agreed with you. But the newest Silverado and Sierra interiors,
I haven't seen the new ones.
I gotta put it on par, if not better, than the Dodge.
Well, mine's a 2016 Denali. It's shit.
It is.
The
It is.
interiors,
Those
it is what it is.
Those
It's-
older interiors, shitty.
It is what
They're
it is.
boring. They're just shitty.
But if the new ones
the
did make the
new
screens
interior,
bigger,
the new interior, the entire dash kind of wraps around,
like the Escalade.
kind of, sorta, but they separated the screens. Like like the instrument panel is its own screen, and then the infotainment center is its own screen. But it's not horizontal, or it's not vertical like the Dodge. The Dodge is
It's
like
more like the Escalade.
Yeah.
It just comes across.
the screens are all
I get you.
horizontal, but they are quite a bit bigger than they used to be, and I really, really like the interiors.
See,
of
that's
those.
better because those screens are shit. They're small.
Of
It is what it
the
is.
older ones, yeah,
The older ones,
yeah.
like my 2016, the screen is junk. And now that you see the big screen,
Mhm.
or Tesla's got a freaking iPad or a computer in the damn
Legit.
thing.
They legit
like-
have an iPad attached to the dash.
When you get into your truck, it's like, dude, this is dog shit.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
bad.
Now, I say again, I like the Dodge interiors, but that screen being vertical like that, it's just obnoxious.
I like obnoxious. I like it.
I don't know. I like the flow of the horizontal screens. They kind of just.
You like it clean looking, just simple.
Yeah.
Simple and clean.
All right, so this is the Aston 177 that I talked about earlier, and we were literally standing on top of the car pretty much, and then
Like we're physically on the gate. So that picture, we're on the gate and they're pulling up to the grid right there, and they're stopping right there.
I almost could have touched that car if I really.
You
wanted
probably
to.
would have got arrested.
That's what I'm saying. If I wanted to, I probably could have touched it. But I
Hands
think
down, that is the best Aston Martin ever built, except for the Valkyrie.
okay,
But that right there,
okay.
aesthetically pleasing.
I'm glad you reiterated
That
yes. Of
that year,
the non-hyper cars,
that's amazing.
that's
you can't
the
beat
best.
that.
That's the best car they have built.
It is-
I 100% agree.
It is beautiful, and that is not a wrap. That is the paint.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was beautiful. You
Yeah.
can't beat that. That is driving art.
I 100% agree. This car, they hit it out of the freaking ballpark with this car. Giant V12, over 700
God.
horsepower. It's just insane.
Dude, you can see the suspension. If you stand behind it and look inside the trunk, you can actually see the suspension inside. It's all like you can see it.
All exposed.
It's
huh?
all exposed.
That's
It's
crazy.
beautiful.
That's crazy. But I'm actually glad you said that, because the Valhalla and the Valkyrie are on a different level.
Yeah, no.
Oh, don't even get me started on the Vulcan.
The Vulcan's the best.
Holy shit balls.
Now, did you know 2 years ago, JWW actually drove the Vulcan, the only street legal Vulcan, in Gumball Rally.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
He probably had to pay some money to do that.
No, he drove it. He said
Some kind of special license or
no, they
something.
actually had converted it over to street legal, to make it street legal so they can drive it. The guy who actually owns it, which spent a lot of money doing that.
That would take a hell of a lot of money, because that's a
And-
track only car.
I remember him saying he drove it 300 miles, and he said he felt like he did Le Mans, 24-hour Le Mans in that short amount.
I'm
of
sure
time.
it beat the shit out of him.
He said it was the best drive ever,
but
but it beat the hell out of you.
the most brutal drive ever. Yeah, I would imagine. But the 177, like he said, it's literally rolling art.
God, that car
It really,
is so
really
beautiful.
is. And to
And-
see one in person, if you're able, do it.
That's the first time I've ever seen one.
It's the first time I've seen one.
It's
incredible
It's
car.
worth it. It's worth it.
Incredible.
That is another Dawn.
Okay.
You see the grill. You see how it's got a smaller grill in it,
Yeah.
and it's only, I believe, if you count, it's only got 22.
I could. I don't want to.
No, you don't have to. and
Rolls
that,
Royce. It's a Rolls Royce Dawn.
and that is a black badge actually, because you could tell by the wheels.
Okay.
The rims, those rims on that car only came like that. It's a black badge. It's just
Which
beautiful.
means more money.
Yeah, I think that one's like $450.
Jesus Christ.
There's actually a guy who actually bought one just to do the rally.
What's the Phantom now? Like 600?
No, you can get a Phantom for like $8,
Hey.
which is not bad. But they don't make the Phantom no more. They
Jeez.
stopped making. No, they make the Phantom. The new Phantom is $1 million. The drop head Phantom, which is that version of that car but bigger, they don't make no more. And that
Oh
one,
no, yeah,
that one's like 800.
the drop head they got rid of a little bit ago. I knew that,
But the new Phantom is just.
I don't even want to know for $1 million.
I do. I'll
'Cause
take that shit.
when they first came to market, they were like 300
they're $1 million.
million
now.
fucking dollars. That's insane. Okay, okay. Most expensive car of the Gumball.
You guys have no idea.
This is the most expensive car that we saw by a lot. This is a fully carbon fiber bodied McLaren Senna.
And it is matte carbon fiber. Satin
It's
carbon fiber.
it's fully exposed, and
It came like that from factory.
probably $2 million, if not more.
That car is just beautiful.
Because I know when they first hit market, they were like 800.
Or
And
the people who got allocations for them were paying 800, and then right after that, a few people started selling them.
Oh, secondhand,
straight to like 1.5.
secondhand, I
1.6.
don't even want to know.
It was like 1.5, 1.6.
It's
Now they're like over 2.
It's incredibly insane.
But a lot of them burnt down. Electrical issues.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. McLaren's a small company.
It was only the Senna that actually burnt down.
And they do everything in house. So
Yeah, and they're hand built.
Yep.
God, that car is
very
so
very
beautiful.
small allocation.
I actually got a video of that one.
Pretty ridiculous. Pull it up, fool.
I'll
shut this shit down.
No. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Well, like I said, fully exposed carbon fiber, and to do that is incredibly expensive. But oh my God, does it look good?
Is it not I think it's a $300,000 upgrade to get a fully carbon fiber.
I don't know if it came from the factory.
It's factory.
I don't know. I could see it being far more expensive than that.
It doesn't matter. I don't have one. I probably would never own one.
I probably never even sit in one.
You never know. You might get lucky.
That's true, but we'll see. It was an incredible car just to drive by here, be that close to. Like I'm what 3 feet away from it when it goes by.
Yeah,
crazy, crazy car.
That car is just unbelievable.
Another C8 with a decent wrap on it.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool. We already talked about it. We're not going to dwell on it. This is an SVJ. This is not the one that Sergio freaked out about, but it is an SVJ. Pretty crazy.
It's a cool wrap. It's a cool livery.
It is a pretty cool.
I like it.
Bunch of eyeballs.
It's bananas.
Pretty crazy.
If you were on some psychedelics, you'd be.
Woo! Oh yeah, those eyeballs would be floating.
You'll be gone, man.
For those of you that don't know, the SVJ is just like the ultimate version of the Aventador. They took an Aventador, and then they took an Aventador S. Then they took an Aventador SV, and then they turned it into an SVJ.
Yeah.
It has over 700 horsepower. I'm not 100% sure on the exact number.
I think it's 750. I think it's 750.
That could be right.
But it's basically Lamborghini's street version race car for the Aventador.
Yeah,
is basically what it is.
Pretty much.
It's the most lightweight, the fastest, the most crazy sounding car.
Yeah, and they upgraded the body. They put fins and that crazy wing that you see on the back, and the exhaust is different. And like I say, more horsepower. Car's incredibly insane. But this is pretty much the ultimate Lamborghini right now.
I would. That'd be the one I buy.
If
SVJ.
I mean, obviously, if you could.
You know, those are going for like depending on the spec, you can get it for like 1 million to like 1.2 due to inflation. Again,
I believe
just
that.
letting you guys know.
Yeah, I believe
because that car came out at 650,000 to 700,000 when it first came out.
Sounds right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Inflation.
Crazy. Crazy, bro. This is a DBS, I want to say.
Yep.
Nothing overly special, but it's still an Aston Martin. It's
dude, after you see the 177,
it's still a beautiful piece of
it is,
of
but
machinery.
It's like,
but yeah, next to the 177, it can't hold a candle. Even next to the Super Leggera, it can't hold a candle. Still beautiful.
The Super Leggera is the best. I'd buy that.
So
I'd rock that.
of the realistic supercars, yeah, the DBS
For like a daily driver, the Superleggera.
the
That's what I would
Superleggera
buy.
is insane.
That's what I would buy.
I agree.
Not a Corvette.
Red, white, and blue Corvette. America.
Right?
Can't go wrong there.
We need mullets for that shit.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. 67 Camaro. Insane. Sounded incredible.
That thing is.
There's no telling what's under the hood of that fucking thing either. Obviously, it didn't pop the hood, but
that thing was just
sounded insane.
Beautiful. And he did the entire rally from Toronto to Miami. He drove that whole damn thing.
Well, if you have a modern powertrain, modern suspension, modern brakes, you're able to do that.
Amazing.
So kudos to you, my friend. That's probably a $200,000 car. All the work he's got in it. If it is all modern, it's probably
got modern suspension.
Probably a couple $100,000 for that
at least.
Another 720. This was a group. This was a team of vehicles.
We actually made it onto their YouTube as well.
You see the Porsche behind it. That's another,
which was awesome.
Yeah.
That was that was the 720S. Then you had the Porsche. Then you had the ACR right behind it.
Yeah. I think I have pictures of all three of those in here.
And then it was the chick. It was the chick driving the GT. The 911 Turbo S right behind it. She was the last one.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I have a picture of that one because I don't care.
I took it. I got videos of it, but go ahead. It was so good.
Well, I've got a few videos in here that we'll get to, but 720S we talked about already. Crazy car. They've replaced it with the 765 LT, which is incredibly insane. But 720, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I don't know. It's just like if you see the profile of it, it just looks weird. I don't know. To me,
it almost looks like a P1.
I think that's what they were going for, and I was never
P1.
an overly huge fan of the P1 either.
Shit.
$1 million car.
Did you take a picture of the P1? Because there was a P1, full carbon fiber P1, or it was satin black. Did you not get a picture of that one?
I don't think so.
I do. I'll show it to you.
Right.
It was amazing. It had white wheels and everything on it. I believe it had white wheels.
No, I don't think I did. No, I don't have the Porsche, but I don't care because the Porsches suck. This is the Viper ACR.
That's
probably the ultimate aero. It was an insane car.
Dude, those things are going. Some of them are going for north of 200 now.
And that's so stupid.
Which is ridiculous.
I know they discontinued them, and people are,
it's a manual.
The Dodge Faithfuls. I get it. It's a giant V10 with a manual.
You got to say the manual.
And they handle. Oh my God, do they handle like crazy? But they discontinued them for a reason. They were fragile.
They broke a lot.
A bitch to work on. And they were just the reliability was shit on them, so people just didn't buy them. You could get a Vet similar performance for way cheaper.
That's true.
People bought the Vet. Another 720. This is a convertible. This one actually looks really good. It's a convertible. The livery isn't crazy. It's just got the normal stickers on it, which you can barely even see. I love the wheels. The silver's crazy. This one's nice. I don't mind this one.
I like that one.
Yeah, this one's nice. This is an Aventador S, right?
I believe that is the SV.
Oh, okay. Well, the more aggressive fascia, yeah, that gives it away.
That's a beautiful car.
That's nice.
I love the red.
The red is sick, and that wing
with the black.
Yeah, super nice. I don't know that there's anything special about it.
No, it's just a regular Aventador.
No celebrities or anything. All right, so let me backtrack a little bit.
Oh, these guys are fucking crazy.
No, I
got a story about them. I don't know if you saw the video.
Okay,
but go ahead.
I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. We didn't take any pictures of any celebrities.
I did
coming through. I didn't anyway.
I took pictures. Go ahead.
There was a Mercedes Sprinter van that came through.
That was Bun B. Bun B was in the Mercedes Sprinter van, and
I thought CeeLo Green was in the black one.
No, CeeLo Green was in the Rolls Royce Cullinan, or it was the Escalade. I got the picture of it, but the Sprinter van, the Mercedes Sprinter van, was Bun B. Eve was in there.
Oh, was she?
Well, she was in there.
No shit.
She's married to Maximilian Cooper, Mr. Gumball himself.
Oh, I didn't.
I did.
Why would I know that?
And Mr. JWW. The YouTuber that's his brother-in-law. He's married to his sister.
Right.
Yeah. There you go.
He's dropping knowledge too.
Yeah. So he was there. CeeLo Green was there.
Shmee came
Shmee.
later. We didn't see him, but
We
we
saw
saw
his car.
We saw the car that he rolled up in, a brand new GT500, green of all colors,
that he bought in America just to
especially
do
for the Gumball.
the Gumball. The people who I wanted to see the most, who I've been following for years, is DDE, Dave and Damon.
And he will show you a video shortly.
Dude, that was bananas. I've never fanboy in my life. I worked for
He
I
definitely
worked for a lot of country stars.
He
I've met a
fanboyed
lot of
like
famous
crazy.
people.
he fanboyed.
I've been in these people's houses. I've never acted like an idiot.
He fanboyed out.
When they came,
Pretty crazy.
I lost my shit.
He walked to go shake these people's hands.
Yes, I walked around the entire grid just to go talk to them, and it was amazing, dude. It was an amazing experience.
Hey, no worries, man.
These
No
now,
worries.
the next video you're going to show the French people.
I fanboyed out with Andy Pilgrim when he came on here.
Oh my
so
God.
don't feel bad.
So the French people.
Yeah, the next thing we're going to show you guys, this Ferrari came from France.
Yes,
Go ahead.
they came from France, and they did a full livery of a French police car. Had working lights, working sirens, working everything, PA system. They actually got pulled over doing 130 in Florida by a state trooper.
Fuck you, Florida.
No, it gets even better.
Florida, you suck.
Their English was horrible, so the only thing they were worried about is like jail time. And the cop's like, no, I'm just gonna give you a ticket. They're like, no jail time. They're like, no, because I saw the video, and they're like, oh, good, because back home we go straight to jail.
I'm sure they would.
Now, speaking of getting pulled over on the Gumball, there was a Chrysler minivan.
All right, you keep talking. I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right, okay. So, guys, there was a Chrysler minivan who got pulled over doing 135 by a Georgia police officer. His ticket was $3,000. They actually made him drive down to the courthouse to pay the fine so he can leave and get back to Gumball. And the guy hit him with a $3,000 bill. Can you imagine that shit? Getting hit with $3,000. To them, it's nothing. It's peanuts. To us, it's $3,000 is a lot of money. That's big bucks to most people. But that's peanuts to them. But still, for a judge to sit there and be like, yeah, it's going to be $3,000. There you go. But those French guys are crazy. You're going to hear me screaming like an animal. I scream, Viva la France! Them dudes go bananas, dude. It was amazing. I can't believe we went to the bathroom. Anyways. Yeah, CeeLo Green stopped right in front of us. We talked to CeeLo Green. Bun B stopped right in front of us. I can't remember what I screamed at him. I think I said, like, dude, you're amazing or something like that. And he was rolling in pure luxury. That Splinter van had everything. TVs, bar, reclining seats. It was bananas. I wish we got to see David Hasselhoff because he was driving the kit car. And we didn't get to see him. Yeah, it was a replica, but we didn't get to see him, which sucked because I would have loved to seen him. Who else did?
Yeah, because I wanted to ask.
You can't mess with Hasselhoff, dude. That dude's a legend. But yeah, like these French guys, they're bananas. I've been watching them since the start of Toronto all the way to Miami. They ride the hoods of the car. They stand up on it. They do donuts. The car sounds amazing.
It really does.
These French people, they know how to party, man. It was amazing.
All right, so let's watch it.
Yes. And that's a gnome, people, if you want to know.
That is definitely a gnome.
Oh, dude, that guy was amazing.
Oh man, car sounds incredible.
That is
insane.
Nasty.
Yeah,
nasty.
Yeah. And they brought that car all the way over here from France. That's insane.
That thing is nasty.
Hmm.
Oh my god!
I apologize for that. I had to pee really bad.
I already told him like,
Okay.
it's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Normally, I can't do that because I'm here by myself. So,
Shit, just hit the pause button. Be like, hey, we be
hey,
back.
we're live. I can't pause it.
Oh no, shit, really?
Yeah, this is live. There's
Oh,
no editing.
fuck it.
There's no bullshit.
We'll edit that shit out
This
later.
is
Don't worry about it.
live. No editing. This is live. I like it that way though. It's just fun. Anyway, all right. So, hang on. I don't know why I videoed this next one. I don't know the significance of the next one.
They were just rolling with them. It's just it's that right there is a Ferrari 812 super fast. The other one's just a Ferrari. I think it's just a GTC. It's an 812 GTC. It's just a convertible top. It's not a super fast. I don't think it's a super fast, but it's a beautiful car.
God, I think that one might even sound better than the French one.
Oh god, dude,
that's insane, bro.
So good. Dude, that's bouncing off of 8,000 RPMs, man.
Yeah, that was me telling them let's hear it, by the way.
God, that was so sick, dude.
Car sounded stupid. That's the rear of the 177. We were walking to go eat, and we were getting random pictures at this point. Cars kind of started showing up further and further apart, and we were hungry, so we were walking.
They were hungry.
I was starving.
You
were pretty intoxicated.
I was gone, dude.
Me and Danny, we were hungry, so we started walking to go eat. That's the back of the 177. That's that fully carbon fiber Senna again. These are just random pictures. Front of the 177. There's a Lamborghini Urus in red right there. One of the Rolls.
Yeah, that's that one that we saw.
Weird Dawn. That giant Tiara. God, look at the size of that thing.
It
big. Is so gigantic.
That's what she said.
Just wait till that new Hummer comes out, though, dude. Have you? I've
seen the new electric Hummer, and that thing is badass.
It is. But let me tell you, you know how big the H2 is, right?
Yeah, it's
huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay, so I saw a picture of like a wire, like a linear drawing of both of them on top of each other.
Yeah. It's like significantly much bigger.
The GMC Hummer that's about to come out makes the H2 look like the H3.
No shit.
It's so much bigger than the H2.
God,
it is gigantic. God. And it weighs 9,000 pounds. But it still does 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds.
Oh, my God.
That's how much torque these things have. It's fully electric.
That's just going to be dope.
I'd
buy one of those.
Makes
Tesla, that'd be the first electric I buy.
It makes 1,000. It makes 1,000 horsepower, and they claimed. I'm not 100% sure I believe this. 11,000 foot-pounds of torque.
Jesus.
Not 1,100, which is a lot. 11,000.
What are they going to pull? A fucking train? They're going to pull a house. They're going to pull a skyscraper down?
I don't know, because I've seen articles. I've seen other articles talking about it's impossible for it to make that. But what they were comparing it to was the modern diesel engine.
Yeah, because
you can't.
The problem with the modern diesel engine with that much torque, like even the new Fords or something, they got 800 foot-pounds of torque. Can't drive it in the rain. You hit the gas just a little bit and it spins.
It's more than that.
It spins. It's too much torque.
The Dodge has like 1,200 foot-pounds of torque.
It's too much.
I know.
Like you can't drive it in the rain.
I know that. So they're comparing it to the modern diesel engine, which you can't do because these electric motors and these batteries, they're on a different level.
Yeah.
They're on a completely different level. And I say that just referring to these electric supercars that are coming out with 2,000 horsepower and the same amount of torque. They have a motor on every wheel. 4 electric motors. A lot of these electric cars nowadays, are like the lower end ones, have 1 or 2. These things have 4.
Yeah, like the new Mercedes one they just announced has each wheel has its own electric motor.
Yeah, but that's only making like 1,100 horsepower. I'm not even talking about
still,
that.
That's like fucking bananas.
Oh, it's incredibly insane. But like the Rimac Concept 2,
The Remax.
Rimac, whatever you want to
I think
call
it's
it.
Rimac. That
The Brits call it Rimac. I call it Rimac.
Listen,
Whatever. It's
that guy
it's
is
Croatian.
amazing.
It's Croatian, all right.
The dude knows his shit when it comes to
Oh,
the
the
batteries.
technology is incredible. They now own Bugatti, by the way.
Yes, that right there is
Which-
telling you something.
Which, and I've talked about this on episodes past, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it again. That whole hierarchy is very strange because Volkswagen used to own Bugatti. Okay. They sold Bugatti to Rimac, which is partially owned by Porsche.
Yeah, 'cause they're like-
Volkswagen also owns Porsche.
yeah, because Porsche wanted the battery system for their new electric cars.
So indirectly, Volkswagen still owns Bugatti.
They're just moving money around.
They are.
it
That's
is.
all they're doing. They're playing musical fucking
You want to
auto.
see how I move money
It's so stupid.
from my
Like,
pocket to
this is-
McDonald's? dog.
it's so dumb. But going back to the electric bullshit, the Hummer EV is going to have I think 3 electric motors, if not 4. So I just don't understand how 11,000 foot-pounds of torque can be generated.
There might be like a button that you hit that can generate that much, but I
don't think so because
I don't think that would.
okay, so
That's gonna work.
So how the Hummer is going to work, they're coming out with the top trim level first, which is really strange. Like the most expensive, most powerful, the fastest, the most luxurious, whatever bullshit. They're coming out with that one first. $115,000, 1,000 horsepower, 11,000 foot-pounds of torque, all the bells and whistles. They're coming out with that one first. And then they're going down, which with each year, they're going to start introducing the lesser trim levels. Again, it's very strange to me. But even the lesser trim levels, they're talking about thousands of foot-pounds of torque.
That's just crazy.
It is. It's fucking weird. But I've seen videos of this thing launching from a dead stop.
Is it fast?
It's extremely fast. Apparently, in certain instances, in certain circumstances, this thing can pop a wheelie.
That's just cool. I'd do it. I'd buy one just to do that.
There are
just to pop a
videos
wheel.
out there of these things popping wheelies. Obviously, not standing on its, its rear end, but the front tire is coming off the ground. This thing weighs 9,000 pounds. People popping wheelies. This is what we're talking about.
That's just cool.
I'm not on board with EVs yet, but that's crazy.
I'd buy one.
I'll get there eventually. I'll get there eventually. As soon as the technology catches up, it's cheap enough. You can drive 500-600 miles for 40 grand.
Yeah, when they get the mileage up, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want to pause that real quick? So this Lamborghini Aventador that you're about to see actually has Mr. JWW YouTuber in it and Maximilian Cooper. Mr. Gumball himself is in that right there. And we did make it onto their YouTube channel, which was awesome.
Go follow their YouTube,
Dude,
and you
so
guys
bananas.
can see us on their YouTube. That's
Dude,
pretty
it was
fucking
so
awesome.
amazing.
It's pretty awesome. That's Sergio screaming, by the way.
Yeah.
And you're gonna hear it in just a second.
I think it gives it a little one. God, it sounds so good.
Oh, he didn't rev it up.
No.
I forgot. Oh, that's kind of lame.
Which one's the next one you got?
I don't know.
Pause it. That what you just heard is the whole reason I left work and went to Gumball.
Yeah. Let me rewind it again so you guys can hear what he's talking about. Hang on. That exhaust.
That is an F1 Gintani exhaust from Gintani on a Lamborghini SVJ, and that is DD's Lamborghini SVJ.
That's the entire reason he even wanted to go.
That car shoots 6 foot flames out the
I
ass
know.
end.
I was there,
It
and I've
is-
seen videos of it. You showed me.
It is like you hear it. Okay, you guys watch. If you guys are out there, watch your YouTube channel. You hear it on the YouTube. You hear it on the phone. It shit does not do it justice.
Not at all. Not even close. You can feel it.
He revved it right next to us. My ears instantly popped, and I didn't hear nothing for at least a few minutes.
Well,
And you could feel the heat coming off the exhaust.
the shock wave, you can feel it.
Unbelievable.
Well, you can also feel it underneath your feet.
You can feel the vibrations.
Like
of
it's insane how loud and just the effect that exhaust had on
and
everyone.
Gintani actually hand makes each one,
They should.
which is, but then like they don't make it. Like you have to bring them your car. They hand make it there at their shop
Was
and
that
they
a
put
10
it on.
Is that a $10,000 exhaust?
70 grand, I believe it was. I
Jesus.
believe it's 70 grand.
I
I might
undercut
be a
by a
little
lot.
over, but it's a lot.
I undercut that by a lot. Holy
But-
shit.
It's the best sounding car. And dude, okay, you see me in the video. I'm wearing the camouflage hat. I had just left work. Like this is ridiculous. I'm still in work clothes.
Well,
I grabbed one.
yeah, he
I
threw
grabbed
that
his
he
shirt
threw
right
that
here.
shirt on, but yeah.
But I'm in work clothes. Hearing that and experiencing that makes me want to work harder to get one. It motivated the shit out of me to fucking buy one day.
Hey,
that
know.
thing, dude, just play it. Let's hear the symphony
well,
of
you're,
the exhaust system.
you're probably gonna have to play the video that you have because I didn't. I thought I had video of it, but I didn't see it.
It's 1 minute. You got 1 minute long.
Yeah, but that Lamborghini has already gone by.
So he's right behind the Corvette.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. This is it.
It's right there.
That's the car.
That's Dave.
That's right.
Dave, look, you.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Oh my god! Even my ears, that hurts.
It's incredibly insane.
And then you got August Luxury
That's
Motorsports,
another 720.
which those guys are amazing.
But that's still the Lamborghini that you're hearing.
Yeah. So DDE buys all their cars. They're best friends with DDE.
Oh,
They buy all their cars from August Luxury Motorsports in Canada. So they buy all those cars.
That's insane.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
That car is incredibly loud.
Oh god, dude.
I couldn't even hear myself think when he was driving that thing. And
Dude.
my feet were vibrating.
That right
Crazy.
there made. I watched the videos on my phone a couple times a day. Like it's the greatest thing in the world. That shit was the greatest thing in the world.
Well, we were glad that you came along, man.
Oh, dude, it was such
Yeah.
a blast.
It's just a McLaren 720. I don't know why I even.
Did you record? I didn't record that one.
That's the Phantom. That's the Phantom.
That is a ghost.
No, shit, no.
That's a 4-door ghost, bro.
No.
That's not a Phantom.
It can't be.
I'm telling you, that's a ghost.
All right, well.
That's a ghost. It's got 22-inch wheels. The
They
Phantom's
all-
got
they all
26.
They all look the same. All right, well, that's all the pictures I got.
Oh my god.
So, all right, Sergio,
dude, how are we gonna do?
pull your shit up and.
All right, hold on.
So yeah, it was. Oh geez, there's so many comments that I didn't even see. All right, let's go back to some comments here. James and I thought I saw you there, but you looked way too tall. I don't know who that is. American Muscle, Ejectocito, cuz yes, absolutely. Chris says Chevy Camaro's perfect car for Pride Month. Oh, fuck you, bro.
Who said
Hi.
that? What'd he say? He said Pride what?
Chevy Camaro's the perfect car for Pride Month. He's just being a dick. I work with the guy.
Hey, it's bad enough.
Shut up.
Hey,
Hi, Bob. Nice Camaro.
look, there's CeeLo Green. Can y'all see that? That's CeeLo Green right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him come through.
That. Well, you didn't take any pictures of him, man.
What was under the hood of that minivan? I didn't know what they
There was nothing. It was just a stock minivan
Didn't
that
know
was
they could
rolling
go-
down.
what minivan.
When you went Pete, I told him a story. One of the gumballers, their car, something happened to the regular car where they had a Chrysler minivan.
Oh, it's a Pacifica.
Yes, and they got pulled over doing 100 in a 35.
Well, the Pacifica has the same V6 as the Challenger and the Charger,
Yeah,
which
but
is making like 310 horsepower.
the best part about this whole thing is that the Georgia police officer actually made them follow them down to the courthouse. They either had to go to jail or pay the fine.
Right there.
Right there. So they drove him down to the courthouse, and
Wow.
the judge gave him a $3,000 ticket.
Holy shit.
Like I told him earlier, that's peanuts to these guys. That
Well,
doesn't mean anything.
It is,
for
but it's
them-
still bullshit.
But $3,000.
$3,000.
They had to pay it that day on the spot. They didn't have a choice.
Wow. Or
Yeah.
go to jail. I understand.
That's what happens when you go 100 in
they
a
paid it.
construction zone, man.
Understand why they paid it. All you Facebook users, James and I thought I saw you there. I don't know. I don't know who all of you are. Thank you for commenting, but I don't know who everyone is. You have to put in your names when you.
This Rolls right here that you're going to see in the video was actually bought. If you look at the back, it's still got the new tags on it.
So
They
yeah,
actually
it
bought
was bought for the Gumball, which is pretty crazy.
which is bananas.
That is crazy.
And I forgot to hit the volume button on it, but it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
it's
So I'm about
okay.
to show
Volume isn't important.
you. So
Okay, that's the P1.
Here's the
that came
P1.
through. That's not a P1.
and yes, it was.
Didn't look like it.
And that right there
I remember that Mustang.
is a Mustang. So you me kept telling Danny it's a 67. We're wrong. It was a 66. Danny, you're right. It was a 66 Mustang. And here's another fun fact. In Toronto, when they started the Gumball, they actually had to change the oil in it because they had just put the motor in 3 days ago. So
And
it was
they had
still
to and they had to change the oil.
they had to change the oil because it was braking oil
Right.
that they drove.
That's crazy.
So they actually had to change it on the grid, which is bananas.
Wow.
So there's and that car made it all the way down to Miami. But
Look-
here is
Look. We got 4 likes for this episode, but look at that first person.
where's he from? He
That's
looks
got to
like-
be like some Thailand bullshit.
That's not Thailand. That looks like he's from Croatia. or
The
some
Middle
shit over
East,
there.
maybe. I don't know. That's crazy though. And then look at the fourth
Oh, that's
person.
probably Indian.
Actually, could be Gerald V. Pogziba.
Pagzaba.
Pogzaba.
That's a badass last name, dude.
Well, we appreciate all the likes and all the comments. This is great.
So here's another video. With the DD, we would have made it onto their YouTube. The thing is, what they did was because I watched it, I was dying to see if I got on it.
He was
When they went around,
religiously
the
watching.
video that you saw on his that they went around, they looped them back around because they were making more room on the grid. There wasn't enough parking, so they had to rearrange some cars. So when they came back down, they actually clipped it, edited it out in their video to make it look like they just came straight, like they came straight down
Damn, that
the
sucks.
first time.
That sucks.
Now they explained it on their video with the reason why, what was happening, but they had clipped it. We would have been on it because this is the
Right.
raw footage of it.
Right.
And now I'm gonna hit play so you guys can see it. If I can get it to work.
If he can get it to work.
And I hit the fucking wrong button. Sorry.
And if you hear any interference, it's because he's playing a video on his phone.
I got fat fingers and it's a new phone. God, that thing sounds so good.
Oh, it sounds incredible.
Everybody's trying to get up in there.
That was one of the most anticipated vehicles in the whole thing.
Yeah, you hear me screaming his name. I was doing it. Yep, there I am acting a fool. But those guys, dude.
Yeah, you can still hear it for the most part, but I think you heard it better on my video.
Yeah, because you had it long.
Yeah.
But God, dude, that thing was just freaking sick.
Oh, it was incredible.
And there they are. I took some pictures. These guys are.
Yeah, tell us about this DDE shit.
They walk
You
up-
know all about it.
Look.
I don't know much about it.
They walk up and down. They were signing autographs, meeting all the fans, taking pictures with them. It was amazing. These guys, they do the craziest shit on YouTube. They they drive is exotics. They're big into Lamborghini.
Well, that's what it means. Daily driven
Yeah.
exotics. DDE is daily driven exotics.
And now they got into saving the manuals. Murcielagos manuals, Countach manuals, Diablos manuals. Anything they can get their hands on that's a Lamborghini that's manual, they're buying up. And they daily drive these cars. None of these are garage kept. They daily drive these things. They even bought the Ferrari from Bad Boys 2.
Oh, the
Monarello.
It's a 550 Maranello.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're actually turning it into a street legal race version of that car.
Yeah.
Which is bananas.
They did a race version of it.
Yeah. They're actually doing their own take on it. They actually gutted their car and they're rebuilding it street legal race version. There's going to have everything race on it. They actually have a Carrera GT, all stock. Dude, but they buy cars and they just modify the crap out of them. They got a 2,000 horsepower Lamborghini Huracan. That is just
bonkers,
bananas fast.
Yeah, it's a small ass car with $2,000.
These guys took a Ferrari F12, Berlantini. I can't even say the word.
Berlinetta.
Twin turboed it. Turbos hang outside of the
hood. Yeah.
That shit's, and it only runs off of race fuel.
I believe that.
Shit's bananas. Like I said, I've been watching these guys since they started the channel, since Damon started the channel, and to actually meet them, shake their hands, and talk to them is freaking bananas.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that was a highlight.
Yeah, it's
besides hanging out with you two fools. That was a highlight.
It's crazy meeting people that you just never think you'll ever meet, or a chance encounter,
and they're very humble because, man, they actually took the time to sit there and meet everybody who wanted to meet them, which was awesome.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I felt with when Andy agreed to come on the podcast. I don't know if you know the story.
No, you told me something, but I forgot.
Okay, so
how you got him?
All you guys
stuff.
Listening, you guys probably know, but he doesn't. So
that was amazing.
I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through it again. Me and my buddy George, we went to a charity event last year in April up in Bowling Green.
Okay,
it was called Drive for the Cure. It's like a charity event for MS, I believe it was.
Okay.
And it was unlimited track time for $125.
You can't beat that.
Fuck no, you can't.
That's a hell of
It's incredibly insanely cheap.
I would have paid $200 for it. That's still good.
Well, I had to pay a little extra for George because he was a passenger. I don't care. That's fine. Whatever. But we went up there in the Cadillac. So we get there, and it was kind of weird how it worked out. Like how they organized it. You just lined up in lines. There's no grouping or whatever. You just went out in whatever line you were in.
Yeah.
With a lead car. And you went around 3 times, I think it was, each time. So we went out, came back, shot the shit with some other people that were out there. I actually got to sit in a McLaren.
That's cool.
Because I was interested if I could even fit. And this idiot that owned the McLaren actually didn't know what the hell he was doing. He actually caused almost an accident after we had already left. We just heard about it. But anyway, and then after so long, they would eventually start to group you in car/ability, and then everybody would just go out and do their thing. There's no passing involved. You're not actually racing anybody.
Yeah, you're just getting a chance to drive on the track.
Right. But anyway, Lunch was included in this thing. So when we went in for lunch, they had a couple guest speakers. Somebody that had MS, and then Andy Pilgrim, who is the resident pro at the NCM Raceway.
Okay.
He came in and spoke about his foundation. He runs the Driver Safety Foundation. So he spoke about a lot of that, and then he talked about racing with Dale Earnhardt and a little bit about his career. And then at the end of his speech, he gave all his contact info. Okay, cool. At first, I didn't think about it. Didn't even think twice about it. So when we got home, I told Jess, that he was the speaker and he gave out all of his contact information. Obviously, the conversation lasted a little bit longer than that. But she was like, maybe you should text him or email him. I was like, he's a busy guy. No point. Not going to respond. So I didn't. And she nagged me for a little while after that, actually, every now and then. So I finally gave in, and come about October of 20, I emailed him. No, 21. Yeah, 21.
Well,
so
he
I
answered it.
So I sent him I got on his personal website, and I emailed him.
Yeah.
And I told him, came to the event, blah, 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 saw you speak, blah, blah, blah. I run a podcast about this. And I included my phone number. Send. I told her. I emailed him. Wasn't too hopeful. Some time went by. It was about 3 weeks.
Did he text you?
I was downstairs in the garage just fucking off, and he fucking called me, bro.
Whoa! Shit.
He called me.
Dude, really?
Yeah. Him.
Usually I get people's managers calling me like, hey, somebody needs you to come do something.
It was messed up because I was downstairs and my phone was sitting in front of me on this table, and I get a phone call from a Delray Beach, Florida phone number.
Oh.
And any phone number I get that I don't recognize, I don't answer typically. But for some reason, I answered this one. But I answered it very, very rudely.
What do you want, man?
I said,
what the fuck? What you calling for? I'm trying to wash my car.
Almost on that level. I was like, what? I didn't say, hello, what do you want? I said, what? And he asked if this was, Bob Toronjo. And I was like, yeah, who is this? Very rudely. And he said his name, Andy Pilgrim, and it didn't register. It didn't hit my brain at first.
God,
and I was like, dude, I don't know who you are. He said, this is Andy Pilgrim. And the second time you said his name, that's when it registered.
Oh, dude, you almost lost it.
I almost did.
He almost told you. He probably would have.
I'm honestly surprised. I'm honestly surprised you didn't hang up the first time.
Well, once he found out you were fanboying, it was like, oh, good.
Once it registered, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize the phone number. It didn't register your name. And on the as I'm saying this shit, he's laughing on the other end of the line.
God.
He's like, Bob, don't worry about it. 4 out of 5 calls I make are answered that way. I am not trying to sell you an extended car warranty. Literally, that's what he said.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
He fucking said that.
Dude, that's just funny.
And from then on, we talked for like 15, 20 minutes. And, just for me to kind of explain what was going on. And then he told me he would call me back the next day. So we got off the phone. I go upstairs and I tell her, I'm like, guess who just fucking called me? And I told her. And then I told her the situation. I was like, he's not going to call me back. He's 100% not calling me back. So come the next day, about 11:30, 12 o'clock, I get a Delray Beach, Florida phone call.
You answer that shit. Yes, sir. How you doing today,
I
sir?
Absolutely.
Anything you want, I got for you, sir.
I absolutely answered it as politely as I knew how. And we talked. We nailed down the date, and it worked out. And
that's awesome.
He came on the podcast. He was just...
See, man, you just got to take a chance, dude.
He was just stupidly cool, like down to earth, humble as shit. Just a cool fucking guy.
You just got to take a chance on that.
And I keep in contact with him to this day. I'm supposed to go down there in October and have a track day with him. So it's just
What, in October?
in October.
Sir, we'll be down in October.
Yeah, my
I'll
dad.
be there. I'd like to meet you, sir. I think it'd be nice and amazing.
Sergio will be there.
I met a lot.
My dad wants to come down. It'll be a full day. It'll be
What-
fun.
But that's like I get these phone numbers because I get people calling me from all over, like all over the country. Oh, we're moving to Nashville. Come do this or come do that. And I kept getting this phone call and I kept hanging up.
Who are you, Facebook user?
It doesn't matter. And I kept hanging up and I kept hanging up, right? And then finally, one of the realtors that I work for, who when she calls, I stop anything I'm doing and I go do her shit.
Yeah, if she's generating work for you.
No. Like all my high clientele has come from her.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
she's like, hey, you're getting a phone call. You need to answer it. I was like, okay, I'll answer it. Whatever. And then I'm talking to some guy. And he's like, yeah, you need to come out to the governor's club and look at this house and do this. And I'm walking around the house. I still don't even know what the hell's going on. I don't listen to country. And the guy's like, you listen to country? I'm like, no, dude. I grew up on Spanish music. I don't
Country
listen to
sucks. Country sucks.
Whatever. And I kept seeing these pictures all over like these portraits of this older man. He's like, you know George Jones? I'm like, yeah, I heard of him. He's got some good music. He goes, you're about to meet his wife. I'm like, what?
Yep.
And it was George Jones's house. Not only did I did one, but I did both. He actually owns 3. He's no longer here, but I did both.
No.
And
No longer here.
it was amazing. Well, I mean, he had passed away a couple years ago.
I know.
But his wife,
He was pretty
beautiful
bad.
lady,
He was pretty
wonderful woman.
Bad. He was pretty bad off toward the end there. He got like pulled over driving the fucking lawnmower down the road.
Dude, they were just his wife, the manager, the whole family was just beautiful people, man. They were just amazing.
They came into a restaurant I used to work at pretty regularly. They were pretty cool people.
But
all right,
DDE, if you're out there and you listen to this, we would love for you to join us on the podcast. I was going to ask you, but I was too busy fanboying, man. I was losing.
I'd be ecstatic if they came on.
I was losing my shit. I've never done that before.
Dude, reach out to them.
I will.
Fuck yeah.
I was losing my shit.
Reach out to them. All right, so that's the Gumball Rally. We went to it. We saw it. We conquered it.
Greatest car
we
show
saw
I've ever been to.
We saw some really, really nice shit. Something that is like a once in a lifetime thing. I'm pretty sure, unless you have money and you can travel, because they're going to be in the Middle East in November. So go check that out.
We should go to Dubai.
I want to go to Dubai.
We should.
I absolutely
go to
do.
Dubai.
But
we need to figure something out.
I know. But okay, so the next thing that we typically do with a guest is it's called Wheel Talk.
Wheel Talk.
It's where I ask you a question, random, anything I want.
Cool.
And you ask me a question.
Okay, cool.
Anything I want, anything you want. And
I don't think
I don't have anything to ask you
because
but
we've known each other for
that's kind of how it's gonna go. So we're gonna get into that right now. I typically don't get to do this because I don't have a guest, but Wheel Talk, bro. All right, so I'm gonna go first, and
please do because
I'm gonna go first. And I've actually asked this question to myself and to George. It's just the only thing I can think of on the fly.
Because I got nothing.
Okay, so the new Toyota Corolla GR, whatever the fuck, hot hatch.
Haven't seen it.
Okay,
the new one.
Yeah.
Is it the 88.6? Are they making a new version of the 88.6?
Oh well, I mean, I'm sure they are.
Like the Toyota, that Toyota Corolla 88.6 was a big drift car in Japan. And It was huge.
No, I know that. But the new Corolla, they're doing a GR version of it.
Okay.
With a 1.6 liter turbocharged 3 liter.
Okay.
300 horsepower.
Cool.
All wheel drive.
Okay.
I think it might have a 6-speed manual also.
Even better.
Okay, so where I originally found this question was, if you could take that powertrain, 3 liter, 6-speed, all-wheel drive, what would you take that? What would you take that powertrain and what would you put it into?
Mm.
I'm sure you have a unique perspective of this.
It had to be something ridiculously stupid to do, like a DeLorean or something. Just something stupid.
DeLorean is interesting.
Like to take that out of and put it. Like I was thinking about this too. Even if you took a Judge, a V10,
A Judd V10,
yeah,
yeah,
an F1, and threw it in a DeLorean, how freaking bananas would that be?
retarded.
So if you're gonna take an all-wheel drive, yeah, I'd do something like that. I'd put it in a DeLorean.
Well, you know that there's a company out there that made an autonomous electric drifting DeLorean, right?
That's cool.
Actually, really is.
That's really cool, dude. I'd drive
Actually,
the shit
really
out of
is.
that.
There are videos out there. They made an autonomous electric drift DeLorean.
Because I used to drift
All
the
of those.
Supra. I had an '89 Toyota Supra that I drifted.
I remember that car.
And that thing, you didn't even have to do much to get that thing sideways.
Shit, no. But the 1.6 3-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder 6-speed all-wheel drive. What would you drop that into? Doesn't have to be modern. Anything.
I really think I would do. I really think it would be a DeLorean. I'd have to do something crazy, stupid to like that people have never seen before. You have to. You have to do something stupid.
I said a Chevy Chevette.
That bitch is too heavy.
No. They're tiny.
Are they?
Chevettes are tiny. It's a little
What
two-door
about a
hatchback.
Triumph? What about a Triumph?
That would work.
I bet you that shit will haul ass.
That would work. Absolutely, it would. Triumphs were tiny little convertibles. That would haul fucking ass.
I think it had to be a Triumph.
That would work.
Because you think about it, all that power in that small ass little car.
Yeah, absolutely, that would work.
You'd feel like you're driving a 600 horsepower car.
That's what I'm talking about. That would work. That would work.
That's just really cool.
Mhm.
Triumph. I'm changing
Triumph
it to Triumph.
TR2.
Changing it to the Triumph. You'd have to.
And it's a convertible.
Let your hair fly.
All right, what you got for me, sir? Just ask me a random question. It
Dude,
doesn't even matter.
All right. What I'm thinking is, out of all the cars you saw at Gumball, okay, what one would you take? Realistically, there's no money's involved. You can have any car that you saw in Gumball. Which
Given
one would
to
you
me?
take? Yeah, you could take. Somebody's going to come up to you and hand you the keys. Which one would you take? They're like, you could have any of these cars. Which one would you go with?
Well, of everything that we've shown and talked about, the majority of people would talk about that Senna. The full carbon fiber Senna. Not me.
I wouldn't take it either.
I'm taking that 177.
Oh, shit.
I'm taking the 177.
I'm taking the Chrysler minivan.
Well, that's because you're weird.
We didn't see it there, but I saw it in a bunch of the videos. No, honestly, I would probably I'd take the SVJ. I would take it just because of the way it sounds.
And that's
I would take the SVJ.
That's a good choice too.
Just to fuck around in, because you can't keep it. You gotta give it back, but they'll let you take it for a while.
Oh no! You said, what could I have?
Well, yeah. What can you have? Well, okay. You want to have it? Yeah, it's the 177. But
okay. Refine your question. What could I have, or what could I keep?
Okay, what can you keep?
Keep 177. If I was offered a car to take for like a day, the Senna. I would take the Senna for a day. But if I could keep something, 177.
Yeah. I will probably, if I can keep it, the SVJ for both. I'm going SVJ for both.
I get that.
I'm going SVJ for both because it's just, I want to experience, yeah. SVJ for both.
I mean, that's a damn good choice. But as everyone that has ever watched this podcast, everyone knows that Aston Martin can almost do no wrong. Period. They've only done one thing, in my opinion, incorrectly, and that was the Lagonda back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s.
I don't think I've ever seen a fucking Lagonda.
Their first sedan. Google it.
That's probably
Google it
horrendous looking.
Google it when we get off here, and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
That's probably horrendous.
It's a terrible car. But other than that, Aston Martin has never, ever done any wrong. Has their build quality been great 100% of the time? Absolutely not. They're a small company from Europe. They are not known for build quality, but they make beautiful vehicles.
The British would yell at you about that one.
I don't care. Fight me, British. You know I'm right. You know I'm right.
He said,
Fight
me, bro.
Fight me. You know I'm right. And you even bash the build quality of Jag, Aston.
I'm not a fan.
Land
I'm not a
Rover.
Jag fan.
I'm not either.
I think Jags are shit.
I don't think they're shit, but they're not
they're
great.
There's the last Jag that they made that was amazing is the one in the 90s, the 2-door, whatever that shit was.
The XJ220?
Yeah, this is the only Jag
And
that's worth shit.
It was garbage.
It's still better than all the other Jags.
It was garbage. It was
still
terrible.
better than all the other ones. The other ones were junk.
Now, the current Jags have gotten better.
I still don't like them.
I like the F-Type.
I still don't like it.
I like the XJR and the XJ. No, the X. I don't remember. They're all fucking alphanumeric bullshit.
Look, when
the coupe and the sedan, I like them.
When you're talking about
bullshit.
Buying a car, Jag is at the very bottom. If you're going to buy a supercar or an exotic car, Jag is at the bottom.
Oh, it's definitely not.
It's not even.
It's
close.
not in the spectrum. That's for sure.
It's not even
not a
close.
lot of people think of Jag.
You're not looking at that
when they think of luxury sedans, sports cars. Yeah, Jag doesn't come up.
I can think of 100 more luxury sedans better than fucking Jaguar.
It's a shame because they're attractive vehicles.
Bentley makes a beautiful car.
Bentley does make a beautiful car. They have the pedigree and just the name alone is going to sell them. You know, they could make a shit product and it'll still sell. Just off the name.
Bentley, hands down. Bentley and Rolls are the top of the line.
But they're not British anymore. They're German now. BMW owns them.
Oh, fuck. BMW.
It's a fucking shame.
They own everything.
It's a fucking shame because BMWs are fucking ugly shit.
They're still good cars, though.
They perform fine, but they're ugly. All right.
Just
Google 2022 BMW 3, 4, or 5 Series, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They're ugly as shit.
Dude, if you're buying a BMW, the only one worth shit is the M series, the M5
obviously,
or M4.
Obviously.
I wouldn't buy any other BMW.
Obviously, but they're still ugly. Look at the new front end and try to argue with me that they're not ugly.
That's like the same thing with the Mercedes. Which Mercedes would you buy?
E-Class.
I wouldn't even buy an E-Class. I'd buy the S550.
No. Mm-mm. E-Class AMG wagon. That's the only Mercedes I would buy.
That is a badass car.
Only Mercedes I'd buy.
And any Mercedes you buy that's worth a damn would have to be an AMG. You're not gonna buy. What are you gonna buy? The Honda Civic of fucking Mercedes, the C-Class.
Nope.
What is it? What they got now? The C250.
It's the C63
or the CLA 250. The cheapest one you can.
Don't even get me started on the CLA.
That's like shit you can buy.
That's the Cavalier of Mercedes. It's fucking bullshit.
You got all these people riding around their Mercedes. I'm in a Mercedes. Bitch, that's bullshit. A Cavalier.
All right, so that's gonna do it for Wheel Talk. Sergio, I appreciate you coming on, bro. It was fantastic.
Dude,
I know
Gumball.
I know you wanted to talk about Gumball last week. You had to work, and so it didn't work out. But
it's good because I got to watch a lot of more videos and get a lot more different perspective on everything.
Yeah.
And like I said, if Gumball is coming through your city, you have to go see it.
Middle East.
Well, next time they come through America,
yes,
you have to. Yeah. If the city's 4 hours away, if the closest city to you is 4 hours away, jump in a car.
It's worth it.
Drive down there.
Most definitely worth it.
And go have a blast.
Yeah.
Because it was amazing.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, if it was in Atlanta, we'd have gone. We would have gone.
If I didn't have to work,
if
I would have left Nashville and I would have drove to fucking Atlanta.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then I would have drove from Atlanta to Miami.
If it wouldn't have come to Nashville, but Atlanta, we would have gone.
Atlanta's
would've
4
gone.
hours from here.
That's what I'm talking about. We would have gone.
Oh,
Even if
dude.
it didn't come through here, but Indianapolis, that's a 6-hour drive. We probably would have gone. It's worth it. Bottom line.
Best thing ever. Best
Anyway,
thing ever. Best thing.
it's gonna do it. Again, Sergio, I appreciate you coming on. Anytime you want to come back, let me know.
Oh, dude, it was a blast. I'll be back.
Absolutely.
You're gonna see this ugly face again. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Let me know. All right. So t-shirts, hats, everybody knows the prices. I'm not gonna get into it.
Dude, tell them hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Please.
YouTube, High
Let's
Octane.
get this up.
High Octane Live Podcast on YouTube, High Octane Group on Facebook. Go like, go join, do whatever it is you have to do. Comment, post, fucking review, do whatever you need to do. I appreciate it because I started this shit from scratch as a hobby, just for fun. But if you guys can help me out, great.
Dude, sky's the limit from here.
Absolutely.
And I guarantee you one day we will be doing Gumball. I guarantee you. We're going to be doing Gumball.
I'm all for it. But anyway, everybody have fun.
All right. Peace.